does it? Oh, it's just 127. Oh, come on. I did all that work for 127. You guys are good training, but I need something a little longer. Actually, this is pretty long for 127. Anyways, train to train. And there they go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've come up to Lachlan this morning with a couple trains in Wyoming, and I'm sitting here, and you know, it's honestly been a little bit of a slow morning, just like it was yesterday. But I also want to tell you, in between the slowness and stuff, I was able to get some content. I'll take you up to the Canal Park or whatever it is up in Lachlan. I'm not actually sure what it's called because I've never been in that park, but we're going to go there and we're going to check that out today. They also have a war memorial up there, so I do want to check that out. Anyways, we started off with Y127. We almost missed that one. I'm not sure what it was going to be, but I'm like, oh, it's just Y127. But no offense to Steve and Jeff there. Great train, pretty long there, about 100 axles, so it was really cool to catch that. And I also got a couple other trains over there in Wyoming and over here in Lachlan. I just got 26C and I think 45R, and M511 just came south too. Now I've got Buckeye Freight railing up at Dayton telling me what's coming south for CSX and what's coming south for Norfolk Southern on the Dayton district, which usually isn't a whole lot. So 179 is going to work Reed Yard in Middletown before it comes this way, so I don't know if I'm going to see him. But we got trains coming, folks, and once they get here, I'll get her rolling. So stay tuned for me. All right, everybody, good morning from Lachlan. It's been a while. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I got here way early. Been waiting for a few hours to get some trains. Just the name of the game, but nice Norfolk Southern train here, whether this is TO2 or something else. I heard TO2 talking, it was cleared for the lower westbound. So this might be them, I don't know that for sure though. They are quite long if it is a transfer train. But this transfer train works Guest Street, works Erlanger, I'm hoping this is not the only train I'm going to get for a while. I'm going to get some more. Flat spot on that one. Dang, that was loud. Still heard that thing. Dark, 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 dark. Like I said, I'm hoping that's the first of a few. It's not going to be a slow day. All right, everyone, stay tuned. Well, okay. That wasn't TO2. This is TO2. I believe. I don't know what that was. That could have been 171. It's always cool catching that transfer train. It's always running Long Hood Ford. I love it. There's TO2, T96, T98. There's like 3 of them, and it's hard to keep track of which is which sometimes, unless you specifically hear it on the radio, then you know. But I just heard TO2, 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 so hard telling which was which. Well, I move over. Hopefully, if I find a spot in Wyoming to go to, these clouds are breaking up and it's going to be sunny, but unpopular opinion, I love this cold weather. Love it. Anyways, stay tuned, folks. Alrighty-o. We just have like a, where am I going to stand here? That train's going to come right in front. A nice breeze. Like I've said before, this cooler weather, I love it. I'm in no hurry to sweat and heat and humidity of the summer. So I'm going to take this. It'd be great weather to go to camping in, but my kid's still senior year. Baseball still going strong. They play their second tournament game tonight, postseason tournament game tonight, and they graduate on Friday. There's an open auto rack. So for right now, truck frames. Those things are rolling back and forth. Wow, if those things were to fall, I'd definitely. I'm a little close to the tracks, mind you, but wow, that's a really short M510. Craziness. Well, they ain't gonna bring anybody south. There's 5 127s on 1 working. They haven't crossed over to 2 yet, and when they do, they'll switch over everything to 1. But anyways, there goes M510. Be nice if we get some more soon. Stay tuned. Well, the gates have gone down here at East Wyoming Avenue. We got a CSX train coming down the line. This might be M511. They finally let him come down, giving him the old go-ahead. 26C was supposed to be running through here, but I think I missed it. Sorry about the trees and whatnot, folks. It's just that time of year where everything's growing and whatnot. So if I can see get a better view for you. There we go. That's a little better. It's sitting around for a while and nothing has happened. It's been a little slow. A helicopter up there, Air Care, UC Air Care, UC Health. As long as this guy is, and if he has a mid-trained EPU, it's probably M511. The counterpart of the last train I just got. It's one of those Ferromex auto racks built in January of this year. Coming through, man. Got that brand new shiny rebuild right there. All right. I'm hoping they don't stop him. If they stop him, then that's not going to bode well for me. The signal on one just turned a medium approach, medium clear. So hopefully now we got something coming this way. Big old aluminum ingots coming up. M511's been carrying those a lot now. They probably always have, but I just don't seem to notice. Lots of money money right there. If something would come up now, I'd have to listen real good. Nice though to get a train meet. Lake Erie, Franklin, and Clarion rail. I didn't see all that, but that was cool. Those bundles of steel wire. Man, M511 is long. Buckeye Freight Railing's at Dayton. He did say it was about 7 minutes for him to get through there. I believe I do hear a horn. I see the end of M511. Let's focus back on that. There goes M511. Now track 1 does have medium clear, and there is a train headed this way. Unless it's come through Wyoming, but I think that's this guy. Did not miss 26C. Got some gate runners down there. Hit a gate runner there on Don Street. I've never seen so many trailers on 26C. There's supposed to be a empty grain train behind this guy. At least I think it's what it was. .26C is a daily intermodal coming out of Jacksonville, Florida, headed up to Chicagoland. All right, that was awesome. We're gonna wait for the train that's supposedly behind 26C. Keep standing by for that. All right, everybody. Stay tuned for me. Don't click away. All right, everybody. I was able to get to Davis Street. This 45R is the next train to come up. We'll see if I can catch him dropping a signal here. .45R is an empty grain train, like I've said many times before. If grain's going eastbound down here, it's empty. If he's going to go up to Newcastle, go westbound, he's going to be empty on his way to get more grain. Usually grain trains that come southbound, so he's northbound geographically. All grain trains that go northbound for CSX NS and Norfolk Southern are going to be empty. I guess there'd be that rare special occasion, but most of the grain's going to come from Great Plains, somewhere in the Midwest, Canada, and it's all going to go south. Most of this grain will be shipped overseas. Some of it will stay here, obviously, in the States, but a lot of it will go back overseas. Will go overseas, I mean. So you can tell, they've overfilled the crap out of these things. There's rotten grain on top of almost every car. Alrighty, there they go. He'll be taking the Crescentville siding. Alright, I'm gonna find me a new spot here. We'll see what happens. Do me a favor, Stay tuned. Don't click away. All right, y'all. I am in Lockland I'm like in the center of town, and Albert Memorial Clinic. This is the Historical Society. This was like the round house, I think, for the lock that used to be here. As you can see, it's like a historical society now, like a slash museum, and I am at the War Memorial here. So before we take a look at the War Memorial, it's like down here what it all used to be. This is a mess. There's a shoe. Oh, look at that. I-141 over there. We just missed that, but that's okay. That's I-141. We're not missing much. So here we go. Lockland Memorial in honor of those who served their country during the World War 1917 through 1918. Sacred to the memory of those who died for liberty and justice. And it's got all the names of those on the honor roll. The honor roll was those who served from Lockland who served and gave their life. So let's look. Lots of storage and junk through here. But this is the War Memorial here. Look at all these flags for all the branches of service. The American flag. Just got done raining, so it's a little wet. Then it's got all the names of people who sponsored and probably brought those bricks, but all right. Let's read this. It says, Semper Fidelis Wiley Robert Cable, Major, U.S. Marine Corps, born February 14th, 1929, died February 16th, 1968, upon graduation from Lockland High School in 1947. Wiley joined the United States Marine Corps. He rose from the rank of private to major, and he was a jet pilot in the Korean War and a helicopter pilot in the Vietnam War. He was the Valley area's most decorated Vietnam veteran. He was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, the Air Medal with 12 clusters, and a Gold Star, as well as the Cross of Gallantry and Bronze Star from the Republic of Vietnam. His helicopter rescue missions behind enemy lines and under enemy fire saved the lives of many men. After serving his country for 20 years, Major Cable was due to retire, but when asked to serve another 3 years as a flight instructor, he readily agreed. He was killed in the training accident less than a year later. This plaque is donated in loving memory by his classmates in Lockland High School of 1947. So that's really cool. Let's see if there's like another side, or it's just a one side, and it's just a one side. I know there's another plaque over here. Let's go check that out. It talks about the towpath. We'll switch the camera around. With some anti-personnel artillery. Those are too small to be anti-armor, so it's definitely anti-personnel. There's also a plaque over there. Over the arch. We'll check that out in a minute, but I think there was another one over here too. This talks about the towpath. Let's go over here. Canal Days in Lockland. The canal was a place for fun as well as commerce for boys, a place to swim, boat, and fish. The whole family, a place to skate when the canal became a frozen ribbon of ice. For lodge and church groups, a place for happy excursions and gala picnics. This canal was also a place for romance within its bridge of sighs. Many a young couple fell in love with a deepening twilight as they listened to the drip suspended oars, or watched the Lockland packet glide along the Venetian Avenue of the moonlight. And then it says towpath, hook 'em on the sleepy mules, my lad, and hop aboard. We're loaded down with rags for Crescentville. And Jim, you take the tiller so we don't get short, while I look forward and see what's coming of Bill. Here is Lockland, the little burg's awake. Look how they're hustling in that paper mill. Hey, Dave, give them Lazy Mules a shake so we can get these rags to Crescentville. S.L. Shirlow, erected in 1960 by the city of Laughlin. So, and you can see up there, let's zoom in just a tad. See, that's where, you know, Ohio River, Cincinnati, Laughlin, Hamilton. Let's go around here, see if it says anything different. It talks about the towpath. Oh yeah, it does. Look at that, we'll read that. We're about to, there we go. Sorry about that, hit the wrong button. Miami and Erie Canal. The old canal and four locks, which gave Laughlin its name, were located where the Mill Creek Expressway passes through our city. East Forest Street was once known as Canal Street. The construction of the canal was began in 1825 near Middletown. On July 21st of that year, Governor DeWitt Clinton of New York and Governor Jeremiah Morrow of Ohio turned the first spade of dirt for the Big Ditch, a marvel of construction for its day. At that time, there were two houses in the vicinity. A 48-foot fall of water in the lock soon brought many industries to the site to use water power. Paper mills, starch factories, and others. By 1829, Laughlin was laid out as a village. In the heyday of the canal, as many as 12 boats passed through the locks in a 24-hour period. Packets were crowded with passengers. Creaking freight boats hauled squealing and hogs, coal, grain, sand, and ice, as many as other items as well. The last boat to move as far north as Middletown made the trip in July 1912, and that was also erected by the city of Laughlin. So check that out. That's what I just read to you guys. Anthony Wayne Parkway. So this is I-75. This is what they call the Laughlin Split, as you can see. That's 75 south. 75 north is over there. So I got the little house. I don't know. We'll check that out in a minute, but we'll go over there. I think there's a plaque over there. Sounds like there's a train in Wyoming coming up, but I'm not gonna be able to make it over there. So this is Richardson Park, or Whitaker Playground in Richardson Park. So there you go. And here's all the park open 6 to 9. Toy guns are banned in Village Park. This includes, not limited to the following items: Orbeez blasters, water blasters, simulated guns, or any toy that fires a projectile. And of course there's cameras. Well, it says it's under surveillance, so I don't know where the cameras would be. I don't see them anywhere. Unless they're like precariously hidden so you can't see them. Oh, I see them over there. But there's the World Trail stuff and the playground equipment and this plaque. So let's read this one. Whitaker Park, in memory of David Lee and Angela Marie Whitaker, two children who lost their lives near this site January 2nd, 1984. When the voices of the children are heard on the green and laughing and heard on the hill, my heart is at rest within my breast, and everything else is still. William Blake. Dedicated May 30th, 1987 by Mayor Jim Brown. So I'm gonna keep going here. There's some pretty flowers. But there's the cameras over there. They're like on the little thing. Our power pole, utility pole. I've called it a power pole before and got thoroughly schooled. So, but now see, I think this clock over here is accurate. Just tell the time. So there's another section parked down here. There's restrooms. But I've never walked through this park. I've never checked it out. I've always driven by it. Yeah. There's another camera. There's the restrooms down there. Well, here goes a cop. Yeah, that's really cool. That clock, that is an accurate clock. It is exactly 10 till 2. So I don't know if there's a plaque down here or dedicated anything, or it's just I don't see one. Yeah, pretty cool. A walking path. There's some more. Oh, there's Dash. I wonder if they retired Dash. Or he's getting ready to retire. But yeah, the canal used to be right where 75 kind of goes through. And so obviously the only evidence of the canal is the lock house. And I think that's what that is. And Lockland High School is right up that street. And then 4 Avenue, that's for 4 Avenue right there. So the canal and the towpath. I want to find out more information about the 2 children that lost their lives here. There's got to be more information about it. I don't know if I could find it on the village's website, or Martin Mason knows. So Laney, if you're watching this and you know, I'd sure like to know more information. But it's going over 75 on East Wyoming Avenue. Sorry if I yelled at the camera earlier, but that's pretty loud. Yeah, see, look, they're so they're trying to, like, they're always talking about getting rid of the Lockland split and bringing everything together, but I don't know how they would do it. They would have to eliminate all the homes along here and pretty much get rid of them at half the village. I don't know if I like that idea. But Ohio Department of Transportation studying various alternatives to improve safety. And the I-75 area in this region. Scan the QR code below to access information to Galbraith and Wayne Avenue interchanges, Frederick Comics, blah, blah, blah. The Interstate 75 Unification Project will shift the northbound lanes and southbound side of the highway from State Route 126, which is Ronald Reagan Cross County Highway interchange just south of Shepherd Lane interchange. The project will improve safety and ease congestion by adding 1 new lane of travel in each direction, including multiple safety and access improvements at State Route 126 and surrounding local roads. Various alternatives to be considered at the Galbraith Road interchange and at the proposed new partial interchange at Wayne Avenue. Your feedback is an important part of the alternative analysis process. So I know for years they were talking about changing it and getting rid of the Lockland split, but I've never seen like one of these. So I don't know. Publicinput.com/75 unification. Maybe I'll check that out because that affects everybody that lives around here. So here's the anti-personnel artillery cannons. So those are definitely anti-personnel. They're way too small to be anti-armor. If you watch the movie We Were Soldiers, where they basically use their artillery, the U.S. forces use their artillery as a shield to keep the enemy from overrunning them, because they knew they weren't sure that they'd be outnumbered. But here we go. Here's Mayor Jim Brown. 36 years of service to the village of Lockland. Served 81 to 2017. So I wonder if Mark Mason took his spot. And there's the Lockland Veterans Memorial, or War Memorial. That's really cool. Not like Walden's, where they got that like carved eagle. But here's what's left of the old Stearns and Foster Company building. That used to be over here and over there, and they demolished all of it, including the smokestack. If I could find a video of that, them bringing that down, I would, but I don't know. So yeah. There's no windows for me to go up and look in the house. That's really cool. Let's go around it anyways. And you can't really see in there. The window, the glass is fog. Ooh, and collapsing in. A lot of work that needs to be done. And there's like no information on the outside about this thing whatsoever. Yeah, you can't even look in really. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Cool. It's like a model train set down there, and it's not complete, but huh. Neat. What's that down there? What's all that stuff? The highway traffic is vibrating the ground. Oh, that's the bathroom. I saw a toilet in there. Yeah, but there's no information on this house, or on this house building. Sure like to go in there. That'd be really cool if I could. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. Just address. Really cool. Oh, that's the little park here. Little parks here in Laughlin that I want to show you guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, guys. I think I'm going to call it today. And alrighty. We'll see you on the next one. See you in a bit. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being patient with me, my friends. Like I said, it's always a good day. And like I said before in the video, I'm loving this cooler weather. This is great. It's supposed to be in the 70s today, but I really don't think it's reached the 70s today. Feels really good. And this may not be the best place to do my outro since I got to be a little louder. There's a truck for Hirschberg's that just went by, and the highway's behind me, so I got to be a little bit loud. But hey, we got enough trains, man. That's all it takes. Well, the key is just to be patient because they will eventually show up. And if they don't, you know, you just readjust fire and you do it later, whatever. But like I said, eventually the trains will show up, and they showed up today. So we got them, and we even got a couple Norfolk Southern trains going up through Laughlin that are supposed, that usually, not supposed, but usually go over there on CSX by trackage rights. Anyways, fellas, I'm gonna go, fellas, anyways, boys and girls, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. So like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button for me. You get all the notifications for when I post. And including, you know, the shorts too. And if you have more time, please watch another video. Every video you watch really helps my channel, including this playlist. And please don't forget a couple ads. I know there's a lot of commercials on there, but YouTube's doing this AI ads. Or using artificial intelligence to plant where ads should go. So monetized creators like myself can make more money. So I'm just working through that. And you don't have to watch them all. Go ahead and skip them. Just watch a couple of them if you can. You know, I get like a penny or something like that for every ad you watch. But really, what really helps is the time. So I noticed on some of my analytics, people watch like 14-15 minutes of the video and then they switch it off. And sometimes the videos are like longer than that. Most of them, I mean, heck, yesterday was about 40 minutes. Some of them are 25 minutes, whatever. But if you watch the video through its entirety, that's going to really help. And hey, if you don't want to pay attention, you don't have to pay attention, but at least do me a favor and watch it to its entirety. And maybe watch a couple ads, like I said. Anyways, until we meet again, out there in the rails and wherever we're about. Have a great day.